We love
Software
hip-hop.
Underbelly. You know that guy is in some drama right now.
For what?
And he's got a mother and a daughter that was on the show. And the daughter was describing some of her activities on the street. And he had one video of her like wearing like almost see-through clothing and stuff like that. This is an underage girl. Okay. I understand Software Underbelly, like he goes to the edge, he gives you the raw, real stories and stuff, but like I think he went a little bit too far. He flew a little bit too close to the sun with this one. I'll play a video here. The TikToks.
Cover shocking stories, but this newest Soft White Underbelly Nova interview is sparking full-blown controversy, and people are stepping forward with real reactions. Yo, just 2 weeks ago, Soft White Underbelly dropped a split-screen portrait/interview with Nova and her mom, Tanea, on Skid Row in LA. In the clip, during the interview, you can clearly hear Nova describe working on the streets, shockingly at only 13 years old. The interview even shows her in see-through clothing while discussing clients, yet no police or social services were contacted by Mark Lytham. Now, the hashtag Soft White Underbelly controversy is blowing up because critics say he knowingly exploited a review. One Reddit user said, exactly. Children deserve privacy and this video is a shame. So is this journalism or is it exploitation? Parents, chime in. Let's be specific. Nova was on camera admitting she sells for clients, not victims. Her clothing was partially transparent, and when backlash hit, full video was locked behind a paywall.
Behind a
Critics
paywall.
argue Lytham monetized her vulnerability and did nothing to intervene or help. LA locals are people who've been...
Okay, so we'll stop there. Journalism or exploiting for the check?
My mind immediately went to Underground Nation's interview with the 14-year-old because we're diving into territory of underaged people,
yes.
You know?
Yes.
To an extent, underage crime, youth crime.
Absolutely.
Right? So the question you asked is this journalism or exploitation?
Yeah.
It's both.
Interesting.
I think it's both. I think anyone who is older should understand that when you're dealing with a younger person, you're not dealing with an adult.
Yeah.
You can't grant them the same type of approach that you would grant an adult. There's like a big level of like understanding and empathy you got to have, knowing how young they are, you know, knowing how we were at 14, come on, you know?
No, that's a fact, bro. I never even, you have to approach them differently. You're not talking about an adult that has experiences and, you know, their own thought, a fully developed full frontal cortex and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a child.
It's a kid doing adult things.
Yeah.
I guess. And me personally, like, I would rather stay away from that. I know some people, you know, they want to get views and clout. And, you know, salute to all the journalists out there. Like, some people are not going to agree with the ethics of your journalism, but the fact that you're still doing it, to me, is respectable. Whether or not I agree with your ethics, that's like based on individual to individual. You know, some people are going to be like, no, this is good for the views. It's a good business decision. Some people are going to say, no, this was a kid who's videoed doing this, you know, or saying this. And
listen, that guy, you know, he makes great content as far as like the production value of it and everything, and he has some very gripping, cool questions and stuff, but he's moved a little creepy and weird a few times too, man.
How so?
He's had girlfriends that like are straight up working things that like he kind of like borderline stalked, and you know, a lot of them have screwed him over for money, so like he's kind of a victim sometimes, but then sometimes it's like, bro, you brought this on yourself. You're like chasing around these like close to the age line, hella young girls to himself. Like, so I don't know, man. Like, he hasn't had the best of reputation. I don't want to put too much on him without having like all the facts in front of me, but he has had a lot of different weird shit on his jacket too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
What do you think of the ethics of this instance? Like,
he could have interviewed the 14-year-old or whatever, and I'm still not completely cool with that. But at the same time, why do you have to have her wearing the see-through gear, bro? Put her on a t-shirt and then ask her the same questions.
Yeah. Well,
when he puts her in the see-through thing, now you're doing
He
a little
put
too
her
much.
in it?
Or I don't know, or I don't think he put her in it, but like her wearing that and you're saying that's cool to have on your YouTube channel, you're pushing it a little bit too much too. Like you want too much of the shock value and effect. Like she could have it fully clothed and tell the same gripping story, and I think we'll still be as shocked and entertained or whatever.
Me personally, if I were to do that story, I would completely like just black out her silhouette. I wouldn't even
Yes.
show her face because she's a minor.
Yes.
You know, and she's talking, I would probably change the voice. You know, like that's how I would have done it if I really wanted that story.
Yeah.
And it is in a sense good to bring awareness to these type of experiences because it's good to know that, you know, like what's going on. It's not all pretty. You know, like this world is unfortunate. There are underage women that do that. You know what I'm saying? Not just her. So like you should be aware of your environment in that sense. But like I just think there are some stories that don't need to be covered.
And you know, when everybody gets mad at you, then instead of deleting it or putting it on private, I'll just put it behind a paywall. So you're still want the bread off of it, bro.
Of course. We all want bread though, right? Like
of course. So I can't hate on that.
We can't hate on it. Like that is just a business model, and whether you're ethical or not is a different conversation. But if the bottom line is views and analytics, then do what you gotta do. But people are gonna call out the ethics if it's questionable or sus.
Yeah. Listen, man, salute to that family or whatever who's affected, even though I don't know if they want it because they're already far gone, but it's just a mod thing. Okay,
thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.